I had a pretty good idea of what cars were going to be at the show this year, so I wasn't expecting many surprises, but this is definitely a surprise. What you're looking at here is the brand new Ford EVOS. This is a production, or soon-to-be production vehicle that will be hitting the Chinese market, we hear, probably by the end of the year, and it is so much better looking and so much more interesting than I thought, and I'm going to give you an inside look of it in this video. Let's start from the front end. I really love the way this thing looks. It brings together a lot of different design elements, including some that I think come from the Ford Equator that we actually tested just a few weeks ago. You can check out the video for that by clicking the link above. But this actually wasn't designed by the same team, I'm told. This was a joint effort between Ford China and Ford Australia. But the engineering side was mostly led by the Chinese team. Let's talk a little bit about the looks. Here on the front, we have a very interesting grille, same traditional Ford grille shape, but inside we have these individual pieces, which when you approach the car as the owner, they kind of flutter a little bit, wave at you, so to speak. You'll also notice this orange piece right here. You'll notice more orange accents throughout the outside and inside of the car. That is because this is a first edition vehicle. Other cars after this will not feature these very cool orange highlights. Coming around to the side, we see that this has a very interesting shape. It's kind of a wagon. I would say it's really more of a lifted wagon look, which I love. I love a wagon. I love the angle down here, the very steep angle, but I will tell you, once you get inside, there is still plenty of headroom despite these very sharp angle here. On the side, we also see these are the first edition wheels, which honestly, I appreciate that they kept it pretty simple with those, just all black. Here we see the taillights, which are easily the most unique part of the rear design. They have a nice honeycomb pattern on the inside that you can see, and they look like no other taillights from any other Ford vehicle. They also mirror the shape of the headlights, you will notice. Up here, we see this nice little spoiler and some more orange accents underneath. Here on the inside, you have some very comfortable seats with tons of room, as well as a very simply and elegantly designed center console area. Wireless charging, plenty of storage space all around. But let's talk about the most interesting thing. Here we have a 12.3-inch instrument cluster, but over here, this is a 27-inch screen. Now, most cars nowadays that have this single piece, this is actually two separate screens. This is not. This is one 27-inch screen. Now, currently it is in a dual mode, wherein the passenger can have their own individually operated screen, while the driver has their operated screen over here. But they're interactive. So I take my 3 fingers and swipe. Now I got the map, and they have the modes for the car. I can go back. And if you hit a button, you can also take it and make the entire screen one thing. For example, the map. Back here in the back seat, you have almost unbelievable amounts of space. The front seat is currently adjusted for someone who's actually much taller than me, probably someone who's 1.8, 1.9 meters tall, even, you know, about up to 6'5". And I have currently this much space. It's almost unbelievable. It's very, very impressive. The seats themselves are also very comfortable. And of course, again, you have these orange highlights because this is the first edition. That's going to be all for our short introduction of the Ford EVOS. Hopefully we'll get our hands on this car sometime later this year. You notice I didn't mention price and powertrain. That's because they haven't published information about that, but we'll be sure to let you know as soon as we learn.